Good evening, TNT family. So we are here tonight. We have Dr. Maraj out of New York. We have Abby out of Toronto, Canada, and we have Arnold on the ground in TNT. So we're trying to see, get some feedback on what's taking place on the ground in Trinidad. So, Arnold, if you could give us a little insight of what you see happening, we want to get, since we are overseas, we want to get a little feedback from you, what you see developing on the ground there in Trinidad.
Well, so far I've seen victory. To be honest with you, I've seen we shall how to explain this. I seen for sure we could be winning this general election. I've been honest with you because the kind of people, the comments, the people saying the suffering problem, health wise, plenty things I seen, you know, and
So,
hello.
go ahead, we're listening to you.
We hearing you. We hearing you.
And I just pray to God, please God, everybody get up in Trinidad and Tobago and the country do the proper thing. And 9 years with this government, it was real failure, problems. Even as a family man, and I gone all the way out asking these people to support me. I have kids, I have children, no support, no response, nothing. And I just hope people open their eyes to more, please God, and they do the proper thing, people. You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we are outside here, we're looking forward to a change. And go ahead, Abby or Dr. Maraj, anybody?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm really nervous about this election. I just don't know what stunts PNM are going to pull. I'm actually fearing for people's safety, and I just want everyone to be safe. Looking for a big victory for UNC. Super excited about
Yes.
that. Can't wait.
Me too.
It brings tears to my eyes just to think about them winning. And I know if my brother was alive, he would be really excited. He was a strong UNC supporter. And
Yes.
yeah, we need to bring this home. We need this win. We need
Yeah.
Trinidad to be safe. Even when I visit, I'm not safe. I don't feel safe. You know, I want to feel safe when I go back home. So
Go ahead, Dr. Maraj.
his mic is mute, I think.
Hmm. Yeah, because Mike is mixed.
Dr. Mirage, we're not hearing you.
All right, go ahead, Arnold or Abby. We can until
But all right now, I so anxious. Right now, being honest with you, I so anxious. I cold something right now. I just, I would
Yeah, let me
like
repeat.
from my heart, like tears wanna come my eye. I been honest with you. From my heart, tears wanna come my eye, and
Me too. I,
I
I,
can't
I
wait.
get it.
Yeah, I've been honest with you. I just can't wait for tomorrow. I might be sleep.
I mean, the level of
It's
thing
sad.
that we have experienced within the last 9.5 to 10 years with this government, from healthcare, jobs, the school system. I mean, every category of government ministry fell down on this job. We have seen a lot of money spent, and a lot of arrogance behind it, refusing to give
Listen,
accountability. They still cannot give us account
hold on.
for $2.6 billion.
True.
And they're playing all kind of games with it. We had to even go to court with them there, and then just imagine the Privy Council saying that the Minister of Finance should be investigated, right, and
Yeah,
not the
Mm-hmm.
other way around for the Auditor General. They try to sling up the Auditor General. I
yeah.
have hold on a second. I had one more person here to the conversation. Let's see here. Let me get her in. What happened? Uh, yeah, yeah. She's not in there. Fazia, if you hand me, you're backstage. For some reason, I'm not getting you fully in. So please come in all the way. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's so many things. I mean, the difficulty that our people are having. I mean, I recently had a young lady here with her mother being 3 days in the emergency room, trying not even get in the bed. They caused some damages to her hand by putting the IV in the wrong place under the skin instead of the vein,
Mhm.
causing the flesh to deteriorate and the
Oh
flesh to
my
be
God.
removed. There's so many things going on.
Yes.
You know what it is, though, Gary? You can't get the basic necessity, which is water. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, there's no real, like, they get so much rain, but there's no way to catch our water, store it, and save it for the days that people need it. Like it's so backward.
True. So true.
I mean, there's drastic improvement with the healthcare system, that is needed. Let's see, first. Yeah, let me try to add that back in here. Let's see here. Okay. So we have Fazia, you hearing us? Fazia, you hearing us? Fazia, are you hearing us? I don't know what happened. Like she dropped out again. Yeah, with the level of chaos, I mean, I think the people who has had enough, and you've seen that with the mobilization on the ground, and Arnold could give us a little more feedback of what he's seen over there. Um,
Yeah. Well,
you know,
well, I will be well. Matter of fact, I'll be voting in Rio Claro, and my daughter, how I live in, well, I live on this side here. My daughter, she will be voting on this side here. But the feedback what I see right now, I seeing victory. I am seeing victory for the UNC, and as I say, I just hope everybody do the correct thing. The people supporting, people coming out, day by day, people coming out, and yes, to me, from my heart, seeing victory for UNC tomorrow. Please go. You know,
Fazia, are you hearing us?
Yeah. Me? No, no. You're talking about Faria. You're talking about Mr. Khan or Miss Khan or whatever.
excuse.
Fazia,
I'm
right?
not sure she's hearing us, but go ahead, Dr. Mars. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying when I got muted just now. In fact, I muted myself and I didn't notice it. But I was just trying to tell Elmo that I share his hope and optimism for victory. But I was saying that the victory is on one. The election is won on election day. You have
So,
to take your people out.
have to vote. Crowd
You
means
have to take your
nothing.
people out.
Yeah,
The PNM is good at mobilizing on election day.
Yes,
Things are against them, but they have a way. The system is already in their favor, so you have to really beat them by not 1 and 2%, but a little bit more than that.
yeah.
You have to leave room for error.
You have to pick up people and take them to vote.
So the PNM is
yes,
sounding as though they're going to win because they're saying all kinds of crazy things. Sometimes last moment things
yeah.
happen and people change their mind. I was managing a campaign in Faizabad, Gary. I never told you this. We took a man, Suraj Ramachand's mother, and I went to take a fellow that he voted for the PNM for the very first time. You know, when the man went up to vote, he couldn't vote. He started, hand started shaking. He could not
Mhm.
vote against the Balinge.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting outside the door. So then I asked him, "Did you vote?" I forgot his name. And he says, "No, I couldn't do it." What happened? He said, "My hand was shaking. I couldn't do it." So you didn't vote? No. You want to go back and try? No, you're not going again. He couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it. So on election, I'm saying, making this point because on election day, things are we have a lot of Afro Trinidadians and all people who that are definitely coming over to the UNC, but they got to
Mhm.
go to the polls.
Oh,
They
yeah.
all have to go to the polls, no
Yeah.
matter what race, religion. Or you could be singing all the nice calypsos, and really a lot of people are appearing on the platform.
And you can
But
wear,
these people,
you can
if
wear
you
your
But
cannot
this
channel,
time around, I think the people are serious. I think they're dead serious this time around. You know.
yeah, if you cannot challenge
Yes,
that
yes,
support into
yes.
vote, it wouldn't happen.
yeah.
So tomorrow, I wish I was around. I left here one day. I left down here to go down straight to vote, only to vote. In Trinidad, I left and I went. I called up in Arima. I asked them my name was on the list. They said yes. Good. I said I'll be there tomorrow. Down that was Friday. That was Thursday, and then Friday I went. I standby passenger in JFK. I got
Yes.
a seat on the last seat where they called my name the last, and then I went in and arrived in Trinidad just in time for all the activities. And I went to Shrimp Savannah. I went to Orangua Savannah. Pandey was having who was it? Pandey was having his stuff that time there, and I went. So I left here. I went home only to vote. So not only PNM does do that. Some of our people have to do that. Leave here. Those who could leave,
I
go
have,
and vote and
I
come
have to
back.
get my ID card when I go back.
Yeah. We got to know your
Mhm.
name is on the list first. Otherwise, you can't go. When I call in Arima, they say, yes, my name is there. Because I voted in Arima. I used to live in Arima.
I got my ID card, but they told me I wouldn't be able to vote.
No, no, yes, they wouldn't. The name had to be on the list.
Yeah.
How is that? But I think we had what Dave Tanku the other night. He was telling us to still go and show your ID card. So I don't know how is that how is that going to work out. But I'm not
Because
sure if I'm correct what
Well,
I'm
with my,
saying. But
it's for ID,
so with my problem,
not for voting.
with, with my problem, I lost my wallet about almost about 2 months now, and I don't have an ID card. But ID card or no ID card, it have the red line. You could follow the red line, and you could swear on the. It have a thing they call you could swear. As
Yeah,
long as
yeah,
your name on the list without an ID card, you're
yeah.
entitled to vote.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
your name has to be somewhere.
oh, your name
Yeah.
Your
has
name
to
has
be
to
on
On
the
be
the
on a
list.
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 But you
Yes.
have a picture of
Yeah.
your ID card with you. So at least you have some kind of proof. You know.
No, I got my new ID card, but I have to pick it up because I only got to apply for it, but you have to pick it up yourself, right? So the last time I was there, I did that, but I have to when I'm gonna go sooner one of these days, and I'll pick it up.
Yeah. And
So
is your name on a list anywhere, Abby?
It wasn't.
It wasn't. No, yeah, you have to have your name on the list.
so you'll have to
Yeah.
get that sorted out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my name was on the list, so I was good. No, it is not there anymore. I tried to register in Trinidad. I couldn't get it done in the space of time I was there. But I got my passport here, a new one from in New York. So I got to go back and register whenever I go down.
Well, I've been trying to renew Trinidad documents for the longest while. When we celebrated Robin's 60th birthday in Trinidad, since then, and then finally, I got my driver's license just before the pandemic there, Gary. And then I had applied for my passport also, and my brother in Trinidad picked it up for me.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing was the ID card, So I got that when I went last year. I came back in January on the 24th,
Yeah.
and haven't been back since because I was planning to go, but then when Robin passed away and stuff, I just didn't feel to go anywhere anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
But
I am back. Can you follow you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
you're
Yeah.
here, and you're able to add you back.
Yeah, the
So
link.
I was saying, you have a picture of your ID card, so you could go with that also to prove your
Yeah,
identification.
yes, yes, yes.
You did have some issue you mentioned when you went to try to renew your ID card, right? To get a new one, a replacement.
Yes, they're telling me I have. This is the telling the kind of stupidness that happened in this country. When I went to Stavlando to get a no, well, to get back my booty paper, right? They're telling me that I have to go Port of Spain to get an ID card number and then come back to them. That is what the girl tell me, right? And when I really get to find out how to get back my booty paper, I have to go by JP and two persons older than me then to swear affidavit. And so long
Yeah.
as I swear the affidavit, I could get title to get back my booty paper. So is that set is that set is that set real nonsense, stupidness, you know?
So even though you had a picture of your ID card, they won't work with you.
No, they wouldn't work with right. And next thing you
Mm.
know, to those seminars are boot paper, right? In case if you do not boot paper online, it's problem, a real problem. Because last year people was seeing real problem with boot paper because there's some paper they didn't have this paper to print the boot paper. Is a set of real like Stone Age we live in, like real
Yeah.
Stone Age. Yeah, this is a Stone Age country, and I mean, it
Yeah, the
Yeah,
really
country has been brought to a Stone Age country.
I just
yeah.
still understand in Trinidad, why does the driver's license office need to be closed for 1 hour for lunch? And
True,
why the banks need to close from this time to this time? Like
true.
I've never I live in Canada, I don't see that. You think I could go to the driver's license office and they close for lunch in Canada?
No,
Heard of.
I don't know. Sometimes I rather would to release.
Eh, But
It's
you
And
know,
why
we
tough
have
is
here.
a new
driver's
idea, right?
license? Why is driver's license and ID card not in out of the same office? That doesn't that
Because
that makes more sense to me. You know what I mean?
yeah, so true, so true.
We have a different structure, an ancient colonial structure that is something that we, the members of the diaspora, should come together. This platform is to bring us together to share all ideas and suggestions, to help upgrade TNT to function as a
Canada,
better
okay.
place for
And
us.
my driver's license, I go to the Service Ontario to renew it.
Yeah.
And I could actually get my, our health card, our OHIP,
Mm-hmm.
for because we for healthcare, we renew
Yeah.
it in the same office.
Yes.
You know,
One place.
one place, and
Yeah.
they do take an hour for lunch.
What they do
Ah,
here in New Jersey, as far
Approved,
as
they
I
don't
know, and I
pay
think it
for
might be
lunch.
the same thing in New York, is that when you
yeah.
renew your license or you get your license, you register to vote one time and you use your driver's license. It's not like you have to get a separate ID or anything like that. It's a
Yeah.
different structure. Yeah.
And over here we
Ah,
have tomorrow is our elections here in Canada also,
okay.
Yeah.
and we had early voting, and I voted already.
Oh,
Yeah.
So that would be nice if we could go somewhere, in our country here where we live to vote for what party we want for we home country.
Mm-hmm. True. True.
you
True.
you're not talking about international voting. You're not talking about we should be able to vote here, right? Some
We
countries you
should,
could vote in another country.
I
You
know,
don't
but
want to have. I
they don't
don't
want
think you
they
want
don't
to.
want they don't do that to Trinidad.
I don't think you want to put Trinidad at all. They don't have good records, and they have people all over the world, and they have all kind of. Nope, none of the, they're not elevated enough to do many things they want to do.
True.
Like you notice they, they do bring in all kind of laws from up here, and they're not preparing the society. So let's just make that look. Some of you were talking. I think you were talking about Trinidad a while ago. So here's something that you all need to take. If you drive down like I have a nephew, just a relative just came back from Trinidad. He's
Mm-hmm.
talking about some beautiful bungalow houses they have down Barak Poway.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and people have, so they don't have water, but they have two tanks. and they don't have roads, but they have a nice driveway, and they have a big, nice, well painted, well put away house, very large. And when
Hmm.
we look at the road, they have potholes everywhere.
Yeah.
What does
True.
that tell you? It tells you that the people are ahead of the government.
Yeah.
The people are way ahead in the government behind. They can't even catch up. Because the people have all these beautiful houses, they will have nice yard, well prepared with flowers and gardens and everything. But when you can't drive your car because it's going down a deep hole, so yeah, I don't know if you need that. Well, I tell them when they go get a donkey cart because they need a donkey cart. All you miss is a donkey cart. And then you're ready, you're good to go again. Because these people have, your government is way behind your people. When
Mhm.
people is
Yes.
ahead of a government, I couldn't see tomorrow why these people should be. They should not only for 5 years, just should be thrown for about at least 15 or 20 years. They should never see
Yeah.
the corridors of power, but the mess they're doing. And I
Yes.
tell you all, I've been saying that since the pandemic time. 5 years is never enough to clean up all that mess.
That's
Might make some headway, but you need 15 years to get that country on the right footpath towards development. Or else
yeah.
they'll be
True.
suffering, they'll be backward all the time. And
Yeah.
and, and
True.
this is why a lot of African Trinidadian are smart people. They are. I hope they're going to do the correct thing tomorrow. Which if I follow Elmo, and I think I believe what he's saying, that
Yeah.
tomorrow is the day that put these people away for a long, long time to come. Not only 5 years, much.
Yeah.
Don't give them no 5 years. No, this is not a CPEP gang. This is a government who's trying to do the best for the people and the people who try to get ahead in life because they'll be forever backward. You see what's happening in America? Everybody onto their own. Look at yourself. Look at Canada responding. How the world Canada responding? Look at yourself. Look at yourself. Mind your bid. Mind your own damn God business.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow, I wish I could have get a chance to vote somehow, but I'm making it sure that I'll tell a couple people more. I have a lot of relatives. My wife has a lot of relatives the Curab area in Tonapuna on St. Joseph. So I'm making sure that they go tomorrow. I'll call them and tell them, don't forget to go. Sometimes you push them. They might say, I have things
Yeah,
to do and blah, blah, yeah. No, 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 no. Put
No, yeah.
everything you're
Yeah.
doing and go
that's the
ahead.
mission. That's the mission. Get on your phones, get on your
Yeah,
iPad, get on whatever device you have,
yeah,
and get
Yes.
the family vote. In fact, start messaging them out tonight.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And making sure they vote, and then and follow up. By two
Mhm.
o'clock
Mm.
we must make sure and know all who vote and who didn't vote already.
You know,
We want
Yeah.
to know.
since I
So this
became
is
a
the things that we
Canadian
can do.
citizen, ever since I became a Canadian citizen, I
Mm.
always vote
Mhm.
because that's
Yeah.
my right. You understand?
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
You see, when long time with Moses and when with Moses from with bondage, when he had all the people in
Mhm.
bondage, and Moses said, "Please let my people go." I just
Mhm.
hope we, bondage, and we could tomorrow. Please God, everybody do the correct thing. We think this is about no race, no Indian, no
Mhm.
Creole. This is about no
Mhm.
race. This is
But this is
this
this
is
is this one election. They fail with that. This is
yeah,
one election I see it clearly. That gone through the door, man. These people are
yes,
Yeah.
serious. They are
correct.
serious, and I see some serious mobilization. I'm very impressed with it. So,
Yeah.
I'm calling on those of us outside the country, the members of the diaspora, to make sure that you help. Doing nothing is not an option. Do what you can to help get out the vote. You might not be able to go. Call your relatives. If you have to send some money to pay for transportation or to help them
True.
buy some food for the day, please do
Yes,
so. You
That's what
know,
PNM does. That's what PNM does. They go pick up the people and bring them to vote.
yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
asking our people outside here. So send
Mhm.
money to your relatives, help pay for the transportation. We could use some help in that area. Make sure that
Yeah.
they get
hmm,
out to vote. We don't want to hear 6 o'clock reach and somebody didn't get out to vote
yes,
because they couldn't get transportation. If there's an issue, we want to know about it in the early part of the day so that we can address it. But please keep
yes,
in touch with your relatives on the ground in Trinidad and help get out the vote.
yes. We
Hmm.
Yeah.
need to get them to do the correct thing. You know, it's time. It's time. I mean, it's 9 years. It's 9 years with this penal government, and you see nothing good. This government doing it. Nothing in it. Everything's closed down, shut down. Is it worse on the air? I talking and it just chairs the whole mess eye, you know. It just like I wanna cry and like I can't cry. Like I get inside of here.
Yeah.
You know?
You cry.
Yeah.
And tomorrow when you'll cry, listen. I remember in 1980.
Yeah.
I remember
I
in
make it
1986
We
what
don't
happened.
usually cry. Don't worry.
There'll be tears of joy tomorrow. Yeah, there will be tears of joy,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there'll
yes.
be
yeah,
some dancing too.
yeah,
Well,
And I understand what he's saying about how he feels like Moses with the people of Egypt in bondage.
yeah,
So
yes,
you have to say that prayer, brother. You have to say that
yes,
yeah,
prayer.
yes.
Prayer. This is
yeah,
an evil force has bold-facedly dominated our people. You hear them raise the gas once, raise it twice, raise it three times, and they riot it. You know. So
Yes,
so
it
now
is. I
is
think
that this guy? This guy, I forgot his name. I've seen him on TikTok there, and I uploaded his video. He said, "Well, Mr. Stupid Man, this is how we riot. Yellow is the code. Yellow is the
Yeah.
code." So if any of our listening audience want to join the conversation, please let us know. We'll arrange for that for you to come in the chat.
Yeah.
Come in on the live. Let us know. All right, this is an open conversation here. This is the last lap. This is the last
Yeah.
lap to raise any issues. This is a citizen campaign here. The campaign finished tonight. Tomorrow we can't campaign. We have to go out and vote. So let's address the issues. Let's flush it out tonight. Let's get everybody ready. Let's get mobilized.
Gary, last
Mhm.
night I was George was the platform, isn't it?
Come back with
Iowa,
that.
Elmo. Iowa.
Yeah, yeah. I was there. I was there.
He was there because I was surprised. That impressed me a lot to see him up here in a UNC platform. Because
Yeah, he's the
normally those
man who
guys
said the
wouldn't do
people
that.
want Kamala. He's the man who said the people
Yeah,
want
yeah.
Kamala.
And it's
Mhm.
Squeezy and them fellas and them that the majority of the Calypsonians showed up there. I mean, they had some in PNM too, but I mean, they were not the top rated ones.
Yeah.
Hmm. So it seems that they're heading the right there. But I say tomorrow night around this time we'll be having a pretty idea what's going on.
Yes. Let's hope
So
everything runs smooth.
rain or sun, thunder, lightning, get out there, get it done.
We have to go out. And
Yeah.
I'll keep my friend here, I'll keep him on Takan, you know. No problem about what's taking place
Elmo, what's your constituency?
and we are
I see
tomorrow.
Fazia here now. Go ahead.
Wait, Rio Claro?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what Mayaro.
Yeah. You're clear me
Welcome,
out.
Fazia. Welcome, Fazia. You hearing us, Fazia?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry, I had some
Thank you.
technical
Finally. So
difficulties.
Fazia is out of Canada also. Abby is here. Abby's in Toronto. Fazia, where you located right now? What part of Canada are you in?
I'm in Newfoundland right now, on the East Coast.
Newfoundland, up in that free zone up there.
Yeah, I'm in the eastern side of the country. Yeah,
Yeah.
still
So
winter over here.
still winter. Yeah,
What's the
well, the
time?
ice on the ground.
What's the time there? 10
Yes.
o'clock now? Is it 10 o'clock you are?
Yeah, it's 10:30 now.
Okay.
So you're hour and a
9
half
o'clock here
ahead
in
Half past
of
the
10
US,
us.
now.
by the
Yeah.
way. Trinidad time. We're the same time like us.
Hi
Trinidad,
guys. Hi
Yeah.
9
everyone.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Fazia is a nurse, and she had spent some time in Trinidad. We connected through the COVID pandemic, where I was able to assist her with getting an exemption, and she spent some time there. And Fazia, we had someone the other night with us here, the night before, and she had such a critical situation with the mother, taken to the emergency room, waiting 3 days for a bed. They still couldn't get it. They stuck a needle under the skin instead of the vein, and caused some damages to the flesh. They had to remove the flesh at San Fernando Hospital from Mount Hope because they released her from Mount Hope because of the holidays. they had inserted a stent in the leg because of circulation problem, and the leg wasn't healing. So apparently, the healthcare system did not take care of this properly in the initial stage. And I mean, I cannot imagine, and it's really disgusting to see all these people hugging up the PNM in spite of the 9 years that what we went through. We have a guy running for prime minister now that was the mastermind in locking out our people out of the country. He was totally heartless in the handling of the job. He took no advice. He was in full control. I guess according to him, he was in training. He was in training. Now this guy who was so blatantly nasty to our people, threatening our people for crying out for help, that he caused them by his decision, causing them, they had money maybe for 2 weeks. When you leave in the country, you only get in 200 US anyway, right? So people came out of the country for 2 weeks, a year and a half outside the country. Then they're routing you through Barbados. People from the Middle East had to come through New York. They didn't have a visa. Some guy ended up in some European country, had to go all the way back to the Middle East. There's so much things that were done by this heartless man, and he running around hugging up and kissing up people now like he loved them so.
I think people have just forgotten over the years how cruel and how
I don't know, but I don't know. As I study seeing it, I just hope everybody get to more please God and do the proper thing and get up. Don't say me want to go vote and me want to go do this and who government come in power. Then don't give me nothing, but not that. Is we children, we grandchildren, is it's for the future. It's for the future. But I just hope they do the correct thing.
Hey, what about Larry and Anita Haynes and Devesh Rambali?
Right. Yeah. Speaking of Dinesh, I have an article here where Stuart Young calling Dinesh a liar, right? Because I'll tell you what happened. They lock out our people. I made a stink. I get on really bad because how they left our people here with no financial help, right? Then the government decided to offer some financial help in the end. And they trying to say that them was doing that all the time. Maybe they was helping their own PNM people. I don't know. Maybe they were discriminating. So here the thing now. They want you to be able to get internet to apply for the grant for the few dollars. And if you can buy food, you are getting Wi-Fi, or you have your phone, and how you getting a computer? How you doing that? You know how many people had problems just applying for that grant? You know how many people I had clash with the consulate in New York and the consulate in Miami for assisting our people. The consulate in Miami and New York shut the doors and the people wasn't answering some people. It got to a stage where they wasn't answering the people. I experienced the same thing, with the what do you call it? In England, in the UK. How do they call that mission again? I forget how they call the mission over there in the UK. Anyway, but the same thing in Jamaica. We had a situation. Was a young lady I was trying to bring on tonight. She was having some technical problems. She's stranded in Jamaica. And we sent some money for her. Fortunately, we had some UE students who was able to facilitate us and carry stuff for her. So the little money we sent her to buy some food. The Jamaica wants her to pay for to extend her time in Jamaica. And Trinidad consulate over there, the High Commission. Yeah, the High Commission was basically no assistance. We had to force their hand. So I am certainly, after all what I've experienced with Stuart Young handling of locking out our people, not putting things properly in place, being very arrogant to our people and totally heartless. I am looking for a change of government, definitely. I don't know about the people living in Trinidad. I'm sure that they have shown that by their coming out for the support. Yes. But we need a government that will put things in place in our foreign missions. Our foreign missions have to be an extension of the government of Trinidad and Tobago. You do not lose your citizenship when you're outside the country. This is how our
True.
people were treated.
Yeah.
You understand?
True.
You, from the time, especially in an emergency situation, your mission, your foreign mission is supposed to be running on extra hours where you can call there and get somebody to answer the phone and to assist you. Not with the way they operated. So I, as everybody know, and you know, Fazia know that for herself too, that I was on 24 hours, 24 hours access to our people. Lying down in my bed, getting a text and an email, and brother, can you help me? I only have one person. I didn't even know what I was getting into, right? And one thing lead to the other. Where I am telling you, I check in my messages compared to my messages and the emails I have. It's about 600 people, including, I mean, dealing with the students in Barbados who finished school. Some was going home on breaks, you know, and some was finished and couldn't go home. Then the volcanic activity took place in St. Vincent, and it affected the health of our students there. I mean, there were so many things to deal with, and this government refused to put things in place. We don't even have a consulate in Barbados. Nothing to assist us with that. I asked them to get a temporary one because we needed the help sorting things out there. The Trinidad government could not send somebody, even rent a room in a hotel and put somebody temporarily there to assist our people because they were channeling our people through Barbados. I mean, there's so many things to talk about, but you know, Fazia, when we are looking forward so many changes, you know, and I know you in the health sector, and these are things that, you know, we would need people like yourself to make contributions as with our new government take place in ideas of, you know, helping Trinidad and Tobago, or we can improve our health sector and things like that, you know, and be able to correspond with our doctors and medical people on the ground, sharing some ideas. Because I know a lot of people just come to Canada and, you know, different places for training. So Fazia, if you could jump in here and share some ideas with us.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gary,
I'm hearing
thanks. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
sorry
we're
about
getting
that.
very clear. Very
Yeah,
clear. Very
when I did come back to Trinidad, I have been away for about 20 years in Canada, and I had
Like she
come back
make it.
actually just before COVID in 2021 is I had gotten my first job ever in Trinidad at West Shore Medical. I had gotten the job of director of
Yeah,
nursing of the private hospital there.
we're not hearing you.
Pardon?
I'm hearing her. I don't
I'm hearing
know.
her.
We're here. You know, check your thing, Arnold. So can you put your thing on mute for a while she's talking, so we don't have any interruptions? Go ahead.
Okay,
Right, yeah.
like I was saying, I had come down to Trinidad with my first job at West Shore Medical. I was there for almost about a year before I left, and I came back to Trinidad. And just to comment on some of the things that I saw there. This was my first time actually working in Trinidad in the health field, and I thought, you know, working in a private entity would have been a little bit more, I guess, more organized. It would have been maybe better healthcare provided, which really wasn't the case, I found. And when Gary sent me the video today of this woman's hand that was completely broken down with necrotic tissue and even almost down to the bone where the tissue was completely eviscerated by the fluids, like it just shows, it goes to show how much is a don't care attitude I find in the health sector. I mean, someone shouldn't be waiting for hours and days on a wheelchair who is diabetic, waiting for basic care. That just shouldn't happen at all. You know, and just what's about, I think sometime last year, or there was some podcast where the Rowley had said we have the best healthcare in Trinidad in the Caribbean. Well, that's the biggest lie. Like, it's a joke. Like, we have a lot of money to have the best healthcare, but the money is being siphoned somewhere else. Like, there's so much we can do. I mean, there's so much better we can make the healthcare system in Trinidad. We can make it number one in the Caribbean. Nobody cares to do it. Everybody wants to pocket pocket the monies for themselves. Like that beautiful hospital that Kamala built how many years ago went to waste. Look, that could have been a prime example. That could have been like the stepping stone for a better healthcare system in Trinidad. Like, we have the potential to do it. And we have people who are willing to come and share ideas and bring resources and to build the system. But this government doesn't care at all about anything of the country. Coming back home over the last 20 years, the last 5 years, I've seen this country went to ruins. The country looks like, I don't want to, downplay any country, but it looks like almost a sister to a country of Haiti. Like everything is broken, everything's overgrown, everything is dilapidated. You can't even walk in your own streets safely anymore. There's nothing good in the country left because of this government. And people need to see that they need to vote for a change. Voting the same thing and expecting something different is madness. You have to do something different to get change. And the healthcare system is one of the biggest areas I think needs to be revamped completely from head to toe. Completely.
Definitely, Fazia. So we want to bring people like yourself on board with our mission here, so that when the UNC takes government, we are connected with all those who are ready to assist, and share ideas and stuff like that. Dr. Marajo, Abby, anybody else have something to say?
Well, I think that I think we're ready to win this election tomorrow.
Yep.
Yes, me too.
I really hope so. My goodness, I really hope so, because our country cannot be saved with the PNM running it. Cannot.
Can never be safe. It can never be safe.
No, never. And
Never,
that's
never.
terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had just ruined this country to the ground. Like he raped everything in this country.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That is something I won't be talking. The kind of things I won't talk it. But tomorrow I will cry with victory tomorrow. I'll cry with victory tomorrow.
I sincerely hope so, man. I sincerely hope so.
Yeah.
I know how it felt in 1986, and Panel, and the second time when he won 2000, when I was there, voted 2000, year 2000. So I know how it felt. I've been there.
Yes.
That 86 was really euphoria everywhere.
Yes.
The only time our country prospered really well was when the UNC had won in those 2 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was time we saw big changes and for the better.
True.
And people just, that wasn't good enough for them, and they voted for the worst, and they voted again for the worst, and again for the worst. I don't even know what to say.
Miss Kamala, we win tomorrow. 5 years is really not enough time, because remember, they're coming in there with no money. The country has no money.
Yep.
You understand? So it's going to take a lot to build back.
Yes.
They're coming in from a negative, from a disadvantage point of view.
Drain this one, drain it.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, this money talk is crap. The money talk, but not money. The government doesn't run that way. Government don't. I see the PNM using that government. Government don't run that way. Government supposed to have money even when they don't have money in the treasury.
Doc, check your mic. We're getting a kind of feedback from your mic.
I'm getting a feedback.
Yeah, like something is moving and it's interfering with the. Yeah. So.
I don't know if I can.
Okay, it's sounding a little better now. I don't know what's happening. I'm getting some static. Are you guys hearing me clear though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell Dr. Murad Johnson.
No.
Abby, are you there?
I'm here, but
Yeah, you could join the conversation too. Till we wait for Dr. Maraj to come back.
Yeah.
So having our members of the diaspora, coming together to assist our country. I think a lot of people are looking forward to this change. I mean, I'm strongly convinced of the mobilization on the ground. I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
I think the whole country should be looking for a change. If somebody doesn't want change, something is wrong with them. Something is wrong with them.
For me, it's really, really wrong. It is really, really wrong because if
Somehow,
Hello?
Doc, are you hearing us clearly? Dr. Marge, are you hearing us?
Are you hearing me now?
Yeah,
Hello?
go ahead, jump back in.
Gary, the feedback is from you.
Gary, are you there?
Hello? Gary?
Barry,
I
will you
think
hear me?
I think we lost him for a bit.
Yeah, we are in Elmo. We are in Pontiac.
Yeah, there's
Gary?
feedback from somewhere. I'm not sure where it's coming from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
You can have feedback,
Yeah, I
but
don't
it's
know
not
where
my
it's
side.
coming from.
Yeah, but my side it's good on my side.
Well, remember, Gary, he's working also. So,
Yeah, yeah,
Are you guys hearing me?
yeah.
Yeah, we
We
can
are
hear.
here
yeah,
now.
Let's check this. Are you hearing me clearly?
yeah.
For the most part, yeah.
So go ahead, Dr. Marge.
Yeah, I hear you, but faintly. Come again?
You can go ahead and talk. I'm gonna change my device.
You're in and out.
I think he just wants us to continue until he comes back in.
He's having, like, he's changing phone, the device or something because probably his battery's dying or something like that.
Yeah. That's probably what if this along.
Yeah, you guys can continue. I'm gonna switch my device. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Fuzzy. I think
So
you were saying something.
all I have to say is again, I just hope everybody get tomorrow. Please go and say the little prayers and do the correct thing and Levy and vote for no race. It's no race. It's no race. We voting for betterment and for we
Correct.
children and for we and for everybody. And as you were saying, we know it's victory tomorrow. We know it will be victory tomorrow, please God. But we know the country, it will take a long, long while to catch back with length and breadth.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with Abby was saying. It will take at least a decade for this country to recover from the
Yes.
assault from the PNM.
Yeah.
Them move like what them operate, them move like a jackhammer. And like it just break up everything and mash down a building.
Yeah,
That's how they do this country,
yeah, that's
Like
what
they
they
take a
did.
bulldozer and they just shove down everything.
Yeah,
You know?
they
Yeah.
did. They broke everything. They sold everything. They gave away everything. They stole everything as well. They completely
Mm-hmm.
left this country as an empty basket when we were a
Yes.
full basket before.
Yeah, because they have
Yes.
no idea they raped the country.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They completely raided and they raped the country.
Yeah,
Everything they did. Yeah,
definitely, yeah.
whatever.
I don't know.
Public. Yeah, all the oil companies, like everything, they sold out. Like who
Yeah,
does that and expect the country to flourish?
yeah.
No.
No,
I
that
don't know.
like small businesses can't even survive where there's no foreign exchange, and we depend so much on foreign exchange and so much on imports, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even simple things like simple, animal like dog chow and cat chow people need to buy. Like I mean, they say it's a luxury item, but it's not really because people feed that to the animals. Even that you cannot get in Trinidad now.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do get it, you pay so much for it, right? So people can't even afford that for their pets. That's just
No.
one little thing, right? I mean, we can grow food and vegetables, but there's no stimulus for the young people to do that. The older people, like my parents, my dad, they like to grow, but now young people these days, they don't want to get mixed up in that. They want a quick, easy change, right?
Yeah.
Never has this country seen the level of crime and level of desperation as we've seen in the last 10 years, I think.
Yes.
Like I've
Everything
never
is
seen crime and desperation so much in my entire life growing up in Trinidad.
everything in your once you have in your home is camera, right? Camera, burglar proof. I mean say I remember long time. I can remember my mother and father. We had a little boathouse, and my father leave that window open 24. Oh, and it never do murder. You know, my break nobody house. That was burglar proof camera. What kind of security? Why this is security
I
concept because
No, it's true. It's true. You can't trust your neighbors anymore because, a lot has to do with the economy. A lot has to do, with opportunities for young people, right? And, if you're selling off companies to the highest bidder and you're closing down these factories, what do you expect people to do? You have to put something to replace it,
true.
right? And if you take people's potential to work away, what do you want them to do? They must be desperate. They will steal. They will kill. They have to survive.
But
It's not a
this
solution.
PNM
It's
government.
not a solution.
This PNM government, this PNM government is a bully. You know why I would say there is a bully? Now it have CPEP, it have European people working right now through this government right now, and some of these people has been threatened. If you're not coming to rally or you're not supporting me, they'll give you 1 day home or 2 days. What is
Wow.
this?
Yeah.
What is this? This is stupidness.
Wow.
You know? So that come like you're threatening somebody. They like yeah. You have to
That's
come and rally.
blackmailing. That's blackmailing.
Yes. Yes.
We always
And,
knew the government to be corrupted and to be dishonest and to be selfish and no good. We've
Yeah.
always seen them to be that way. I'm not sure what's happening. Why did this get like this?
Like somebody get cut off.
I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Gary, are you hearing me?
I'm
You
hearing
hearing me,
you. I'm
right?
hearing you. I'm
Hello?
just switching off my device. Go ahead.
I am not
Oh,
You
sure.
hearing
right.
me?
Where'd everybody go?
I'm
I
here.
don't see anybody.
I am seeing you alone. I'm
Yeah,
not seeing
somebody in
you.
ghost mode.
Are you hearing me?
I can hear
Yeah, yeah.
everybody, but I just see myself.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
seeing you.
I
I'm
didn't
seeing
see what
Fazia.
was
Are you all seeing me or hearing me?
I can hear everybody, but I see nobody.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, well, I could see you and nobody else.
I can only see
Yeah,
myself
no,
now.
no.
going
No,
on now.
Gary, yeah, no.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
Dr.
probably
Raj, you
Let
want
me
to say
just,
something?
yeah. Gary, you there? No. Everybody here. Let me just
Yeah, I'm
one
just
thing.
trying to switch off my headset because I seem like it must have been given an echo. You hear me clear?
Yeah,
clean.
We hear you,
Yeah,
we hear you, but not clear enough, not loud enough.
real good.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
Dr. Maraj, you were saying something?
Yes, I wanted to say,
You hear
are
me?
you all hearing me, right? You hearing me now?
Yeah.
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 I was going to make this point because I listened to what you all said before about money, not money, no money in the
No,
treasury.
something on his side and all too.
What? Elmo? You're not hearing me. I hear you. Hello?
Yeah, we're hearing you.
We're hearing you,
Yeah.
but we don't know where Gary is.
Yeah. Right. So
Mhm.
some of you were saying that there's no money in the treasury, and I was telling you, and I wrote that somewhere that
I'm
you
here.
hear me?
money, when it
Yeah.
comes to government, money in a treasury, it doesn't work that way. They could find money
You
easily.
guys hear
Is
me?
what you do with it.
Yeah.
That is the important thing. What you do with the money.
Yeah.
Some people could
I'm just
spend a
checking.
lot
You
of
guys
money.
hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I have
Some people could.
Mr. Sumant. Welcome,
Hello?
Sumant. Sumant, you're in New York, right?
No, I'm in Miami.
You're in New York?
I'm in Miami.
In Miami?
Yep.
Wonderful. So we have Miami, Toronto, we have Trinidad. Go ahead, guys. I'm listening.
Are you hearing me? Let me finish what I'm saying. So some people could spend a lot of, or invest a lot of money with very little to show for it. Some people could spend a little bit of money and a lot to show for it. I could give him many, many examples in Trinidad. So there's an old saying that, I don't know if you heard this in Trinidad before, that some people in Trinidad, the money does only get low, but it never run out. They always have money.
Yes,
Pandey
yes.
did with $8 a barrel of oil. Pandey did so many things in those days. $8 a barrel. The PNM with $80 a barrel could do so little or did nothing. In fact, somebody said they bulldozed the whole country and you could hardly have nothing to show for it. So if you put
Yeah.
back at somebody else, you'll find the money stretch. Your dollar will be stretching 5 times than the PNM dollar, which dissipate 5 times. So
True.
change the government tomorrow morning, the money will not be an issue. They could, you see, you could borrow money and you could make money. That's how you do business. You borrow money and make money. So if they have to borrow money and make money. Because that little bit of
True.
savings that they have in the treasury, the bank account internationally, that will go also. If you give them another chance, you have nothing. Somebody just said tonight you'll get worse than Haiti. Maybe. I mean, Haiti is a lovely country also. They have a problem, but Trinidad will get worse than everybody else that we could think about. So this is the last time to save the country. So you guys in Trinidad, we're with you all 100%, 120%. Let's get the job done
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, I'm done.
Everybody get up
Listen,
and
the Prime Minister gave himself 47% raise, right?
Oh my goodness.
And the people, and there was 0%, and then you see, all of a sudden they're making deals with the unions now. All of a sudden, in the last week of the election, 2 weeks before the election, foreign exchange is available. All of a sudden, I mean, they basically crippled the business community with that. Suman, jump in. Anything you want to say right now? This conversation,
Okay.
feel free.
I hear a guy mentioning something about Haiti. I've been to Haiti and it was the worst poverty I have seen. I mean, on the road, my 2 cousins went to the US Offshore Medical College. I happened to go there to visit them. And, on the roadway, you see people are like they cannot afford to buy a chicken, they will buy a leg or wing or something like that, raw chicken to cook. And you wonder who are they going to feed with that? And my cousins told me they pay someone 25 cents for the day to come and clean up and do all the housekeeping work, in the rooms. So when you think things hard right now, we don't want to get near Haiti at all because it's very, very difficult. Anyway, what I like to commend, the UNC about is the decision to use that piece of land in San Fernando. I don't know if you know San Fernando that good. North of Skinner's Park, there are 3 secondary schools, and the PNM wanted to put a housing development in the middle there, the middle of that land. And they took a decision that they will not do any housing there, but they will build a technology and AI center in San Fernando, and that was such a good move. I really feel proud of that. I've been trying to tell them, this government, previous governments, said, well, we need to come on board with the technology side of everything, doing business and medical, sports, and the impact of AI is tremendous in every sphere of life. Health, education, technology, data science, all these things. We are way, way, way behind. And if we do not get on stream, what's going to happen? I don't know if you're aware of the 13 growth polls the UNC has planned throughout the country. And these growth polls have to be manned. You need human resources to man these growth polls to make sure these growth polls succeed. And if you don't have the advocate or the requisite manpower to head and to work in these growth poles, then it will be like the PNM. You just put in square pegs in round hole, and
True.
growth and development is stymied. There's no initiative to go forward, because if we continue doing things the same old way, you're going to get the same old results.
Yep.
So we have to think outside the box, see what the outside world is doing, and try to copy it, bit by bit by bit. So that's my little contribution as of this time.
We have so many citizens like yourself and young people who went outside the country and expanded their skills and can make a great contribution that usually don't get a chance because those on the in government seems to be intimidated, by us outside here for some reason, not recognizing the fact that we are trying to help the country to grow. We have other countries that utilize their members of the diaspora to grow their economy. India was one of them. Israel is one of them.
Correct.
So we have to find a way to collaborate with each other. And I'm hoping to use this platform to build that because it was mentioned many times, but it never got anywhere. And we get used to people saying, yeah, 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 and nothing gets done. But the more we build ourselves here on this platform, we will be a greater force to get the things done that is needed to be done in Trinidad. Trinidad and Tobago belongs to all of us. All of us should have a
Yes.
right. All of us should have a right to make a country. All of us should have a right to say what should or should not be done. I mean, I've recognized when I go home to Trinidad, I'm treated like in the airport. They're like I shouldn't come there. These are the kind of. I'm sure some of you have experienced those kind of things. So there's a lot to be addressed. We're looking forward for that drastic change tomorrow. Everything looks good. I just hope that we are able to manage and observe the ballots to make sure that this government, because this government have a lot of reason to steal this election. They have stolen money. They have fattened themselves and suffer our people, basically. It reminds me of the Marcos in the Philippines, and some of those countries like that. But go ahead, guys.
Yes.
I think if I'm missing something, I think one of the biggest problems the new government, should that be the UNC coming, it's going to find itself in a lot of disharmony with the resident workers in the various ministries. That happened the last time in 2010, because I was
Uh-huh.
there in 2010. And in fact, I did the laptop project for the partnership government, the student laptop project. And according to Dr. Tim, Gopi Singh was my minister. He's from Hyderabad as well as I am. We realized that in the team that was selected to do the project, there were 22 PNM party group members of the team. So how can you do, anytime you move forward 2 steps, you're going back 3 steps? Because these people deliberately try to ensure that the project does not happen. And the resident public servants here, you cannot change them all. They are scared of the contract. People will come up with the ideas and the private sector initiatives to get things done, make things happen. And when you're
Uh-huh.
running up against, seasoned public servants who will do things at their pace and will do anything but to frustrate the processes, nothing is going to happen. And that's one of the biggest challenges we're going to face. And we'll face that over all these 5 years. And my strong suspicion is that after 5 years, when you have cleaned up some of the mess or most of the mess, you know what's going to happen. The PNM comes back again to win the election after 5 years. You have not accomplished what you set out to accomplish as a UNC, and the government changes hands. And what happens now? When the government changes hands, they scrap all the UNC plans, bring in their own
Yeah.
PNM plans, and they go on. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Sumant, I'm happy you brought that across.
Yes.
Well,
These information, these kind of things need to be brought into the
every,
public
yeah,
domain, you know.
well, everybody have their ideas of what they want to do, right? But as we said, 5 years would not be enough. UNC needs to be there for a longer period of time.
Yeah, but what happened after 5 years when you clean up most of the mess? The voting population sees you, well, you did not do anything much. The PM comes back on, in power again. And that's why the country only goes sideways. There is no development. The country cannot move forward because as a shift in governments,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. True. So true.
Well, we have to pray hard tonight, guys, and hope this,
you bet, and in the morning too.
Yes, I mean, we have a long list of achievements, so they can't say we didn't do anything. Even in spite of all the hurdles that we went through, we did make some drastic achievements there and improvement. So we basically, our team of people knows what they're up against. They've experienced it. And I just hope that everyone goes out there to vote tomorrow and do what they're supposed to do, and we get that change that we need. And I want to continue to invite the members of the diaspora to come on board. Don't wait for somebody to give you permission. You have an idea, come forward, say what you have to say, speak freely. Make your suggestion. Mrs. Bisesa has been very open, inviting us to participate in the manifesto and things like that. The communication is open, so don't
Yes.
hesitate.
Yes, Gary, I did that. I commented on 4 of the manifestos, and most of the things which I suggested were included in the plan. So I was so happy to know that somebody's actually listening, trying to do first world status things. So things like
Your prime minister is listening directly to you. That's the good thing about it. She's
no, the
paying
thing
attention.
is, she was in school with me, so we had the IRE together, IRE High School.
Okay.
I emailed her directly the day I suggested we set up a Ministry of Technology and AI. Hey, I heard it. She announced it that said evening in a meeting they had in La Jolla. Yes, she responds. She responds.
Yeah, she's listening to us. Nobody's going to get in the way. She is communicating with us.
And I think we all should, between the diaspora itself, look at the East, have the relevant ministers whenever they are appointed, hopefully UNC ministers, and we can go through that particular manifesto and make additional changes and suggestions and things like policy and systems and all these sort of things. So you assist the minister, whoever that is, on the various ministries. So one day we may do a tourism, one day we may do health, next day education. I already submitted things to Dr. Dowlett based on the manifesto itself, and he was very, very, thankful for the suggestions and so on. Because I have worked in the Ministry of Education sometime as a senior director, and I know the problems we face. As I said, I did the student laptop project, so I know what's going to happen with this time around.
I wish I had had you on board much earlier in the game, but deeply appreciate you coming on board. We must stay in touch.
Yeah, definitely. Anytime at all. Because I have 40 years experience both in the public and private sector. So I am Okarand. I have triple masters holder in, IT, information technology.
That is very much appreciated.
And not only that, I came back here 8 years ago to upskill myself. Besides my 3 masters, and now I have, did things like digital marketing strategies, data analytics, and I'm an AI practitioner. So I'm combining all these new set of skills with my previous background in, information systems and electronic commerce and all this sort of thing. And my background is economics, so
Well,
this
that's a wonderful collection of
yeah,
resources there by itself.
and
You know, so
I have dovetailed everything I can. I am a strategic plan. I can do anything for any given ministry. Just tell me what the parameters are you want, and I will devise an excellent plan and do the policies and all the systems flow. And so, only thing I will not do is the legal aspect. So,
well, listen. Look, there are plenty of legal. We have the best lawyers on the ground,
you
so we ain't
bet,
worry about the legal aspects.
you bet. And I told KPB that I can do anything but except the legal aspect. And she just
Well,
laughed.
you know, those skills are very much important there. So I definitely want to stay in touch with you. I just put my email in the group there. You can send me an email and we'll exchange numbers there.
Sure,
Um,
sure.
yeah. So anything else? Arnold, you want to add anything else? Abby, you want anything else
No, no,
today?
I'm good. I'm just waiting for the big results. I'll be up because I'm working tomorrow night, so I'll be looking, on Facebook.
Well, all I have to say,
I'm
look at
working
here.
all night tomorrow night. Don't worry. I'm pulling a 12-hour shift, so I'll be working from 7:30 tomorrow night to 7:30 in the morning next morning. So I am there. Don't worry.
I see. I be not saying that I will wake until morning. I'm not sleeping.
Well, Arnold, I'm going to definitely reach out to you, and I want to get some feedback from you guys down there on the ground.
Yes,
What's happening in your area? And Suman, please send me an email so we can stay in touch.
Yes, I
As well.
send an email to you so you can use
Okay.
that.
Yeah, and I'll send you my
oh,
number back. Let's see if I
Right.
find it here.
So thank you
Yeah.
guys, and we'll be tuning in for Facebook to
Tomorrow
see
night.
what's going on.
And
Yeah,
That's
tomorrow
yellow
right.
is
night.
we'll be
Tomorrow
wearing
night
yellow
we will be.
tomorrow.
Have a good night.
please,
All right
thank
then.
you,
Thank you
everybody.
very much.
Well, all the
Good
way.
night,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank
Have a
everybody for
good night.
joining.
Bye
All
bye.
right then. Good
Have
night.
a good one and all the best.
All right
All the
then.
You
best.
too.
Bye bye.
Yellow is the code. Don't forget. Yellow is the
That's right.
code.
I have my yellow jersey to wear
Yeah.
tomorrow.
See. All right. So yeah. So bring people on board with you in that Miami area there. And then we'll
Yeah.
work together.
Okay, I will let them know. Especially Fort Lauderdale has a lot more Chinese living, so
Yeah, we're looking to connect with everybody. So we can really put things into action. All right. So good
yep.
night, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank you.
very much for joining tonight.
I'll send in my number, Gary, into the chat.
Yeah, send it to me in an email or if you want. All right. Or you want to put it in chat?
It's right in the chat now. I already sent it
Oh,
on the chat.
oh, I didn't. Okay, hold on a
No,
second. I didn't.
sorry. 1-305-490-1055.
Let's see here. I didn't see anything show, but I will look forward to it. All right, guys. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Take care and good luck.
Have a good night. Thank you for joining us.